Welcome to the New to Crypto podcast, designed to guide you through the crypto landscape with pinpoint accuracy, created for the new and intermediate crypto investor. Join your host, Crypto Travels Michael, as he takes you through the different facets of getting started and succeeding in your crypto journey. New to Crypto podcast brings you new episodes daily, Monday through Friday, with surprise bonus episodes sometimes on the weekend. Let me ask you, are you new to crypto? Don't know where to start? Are you more experienced but have questions? Then you're in the right place. This podcast is designed for you. Coming at you from the Trading Center in the Lifestyle Design Studio, here's your host, Crypto Travels Michael.
Brave Wallet is the first secure crypto wallet built natively in a Web3 crypto browser. No extension required. You can store, manage, and grow your portfolio, get NFTs and multi-chain support. Download the Brave privacy browser at brave.com/new-to-crypto and click on the wallet icon to get started.
Hey, welcome to today's podcast. It's a pleasure to have you here. Today is all about Decentraland. So what is Decentraland? Decentraland is a virtual reality platform built on the Ethereum blockchain. So it's a virtual world, and it's in the style of a MMORPG, multiplayer online role-playing game, if you will, in which users can perform a wide variety of actions, such as buying plots of land, building on them, and also selling them to obtain mana tokens. That's MANA tokens. Contrary to what happens in other games, with this such style of world, other games are kind of like World of Warcraft, Skyrim, or Minecraft. Decentraland is not owned by the developer company, but it's owned by the players themselves, since it is a public virtual world governed by open standards. So there is no central organization that imposes an agenda. In this sense, the entire game economy is created and managed by the players themselves. That is to say that any player can buy and completely control the content of their lands, generating income through construction. At this point, usually it would be the developer company managing the ownership and economy. However, with Decentraland, it makes use of the blockchain to prove ownership of a plot of land with no possibility of forgery. So how does Decentraland work? The world of video games has ceased to be a mere technological curiosity to become a multi-billion-dollar industry. An industry with more than 2 billion users worldwide, and that is growing every year. The latter is precisely what has led game designers to create increasingly complex systems to the point of creating virtual worlds, metaverses, gaming platforms in which hundreds of thousands or even hundreds of millions of participants interact with. And like all interaction, these massive games lead to the creation of complex systems to sustain gameplay, one of these systems being economic systems. Decentraland is a project running on the Ethereum blockchain that aims to create an open virtual world in which its users can operate just as they do in the physical world. This means they are able to socialize, explore, and trade in that virtual world. And all thanks to blockchain technology, which they can create unique avatars of themselves and make peer-to-peer purchases and payments. The idea for the creation of Decentraland was formed in the minds of Esteban Ordano and Ariel Mielix in 2015, and forgive me if I mispronounced Ariel's last name. However, the project needed 2 years of development, and this was how, between August 16th and 18th, 2017, the initial coin offering, or ICO, was conducted, with which they managed to raise initial funds of just over 86,000 ETH, which at the time was $26 million, and they did the ICO in exchange for mana tokens, which is what they offered investors, of course. Decentraland's main token is mana token, and all this money was managed by the Decentraland Foundation, created with the aim to drive the development of the platform. for which it retained 20% of the initial token offering and the intellectual property rights and the Decentraland website. In order to achieve the proper functioning of Decentraland, the development team behind the project has created a structure that is divided into 3 parts. So they have the consensus layer, and this layer is responsible for tracking all ownership transactions in the game. For example, if a player has created an identity for himself or herself and purchased a virtual plot of land within Decentraland, consensus layer will create the responding blockchain record of such actions. There's also the content layer. This layer has the purpose of storing the information that will be used for rendering the content in the virtual world. And the idea is that each user will hold a small part or all of the data to be rendered, keeping the system as efficient as possible.
Brave Wallet is the first secure crypto wallet built natively in a Web3 crypto browser. What's Web3? Web3 is freedom from big tech and Wall Street. More control and better privacy. But there's a weak point in Web3, your crypto wallet. Most wallets are browser extensions, a Web2 technology. That means the same old risks, app spoofing, phishing scams, and theft. Brave Wallet is different. Brave Wallet is the first secure wallet built natively in a Web3 crypto browser, no extension required. With Brave Wallet, you can buy, store, send, and swap assets, manage NFTs, even connect other wallets and dApps, all from the security of the best privacy browser on the market. Whether you're new to crypto or a seasoned pro, it's time to ditch those risky extensions. It's time to switch to Brave Wallet. Download Brave at brave.com/new to crypto and click on the wallet icon to get started.
There's also the real-time interaction layer, and this layer is the one that allows users to interact in real time within the platform. The spaces with which each user can interact, the plots of land they can buy, and on which they can build or sell, they're called land, these plots. And these are non-fungible tokens, NFTs, on which other games, applications, and services of the game itself, or even dynamic 3D scenes can be created. So lands are plots of land measuring 10 square meters, and these pieces are not limited in height, but they are limited at the base. Land is scarce, which is intended to increase demand and improve the user experience, as well as the ability to discover content. In the absence of this scarcity, most of the land would be abandoned. To acquire a land, it is necessary to have mana, the native token of Decentraland, and which is intended to purchase these parcels, you need the mana. In addition, users can check the price of lands on the Decentraland marketplace website. Lands can be grouped into states or districts. Districts are usually created by communities of players dedicated to a common theme. In this sense, Decentraland's team created the decentralized application Agora so that the members of a member district can vote on how to solve the conflicts that arise. The more land you own, the more weight the users vote. Decentraland is governed by a Decentraland Autonomous Organization, or DAO, and this means that the direction of the platform's development is decided by Decentraland community itself through voting, etc. To participate in the decentralized DAO, users must have their possession of mana, land, and estate tokens. This is in order to use them to exercise their voting power. As a curiosity, it is worth noting that decentralized DAO was created using Aragon technology, which is a platform on Ethereum designed to create DAOs in a very simple way. Decentraland is built on advanced web technologies such as WebGL and Web3. So all you need to run Decentraland is a recent web browser, basically. And they work with most major web browsers. And you need a computer with an operating system capable of offering hardware acceleration to be able to use this system. So let's break down the tokens. Decentraland has two well-defined functioning tokens. The first is the mana token, as we mentioned, and it was created as a governance token within the platform and is for the purchase and sale of land within. In other words, mana token holders have the power to participate in the governance of the protocol. And additionally, they have the ability to purchase lots of virtual land within Decentraland. This token was created following Ethereum's ERC20 standard, so it can be easily integrated into DeFi, DEX, and other Ethereum dApp platforms, allowing for quick exchange of the token if desired by the user. The second token is LAND, L-A-N-D, and it's a non-fungible token that follows the ERC 721 standard. The idea is that each land token uniquely identifies the properties of a parcel of land owned by a Decentraland user. So, for example, each parcel of land has its own unique characteristics, and therefore each land token represents all of those properties. To acquire land tokens, the user must exchange their mana tokens to land token, an action that burns mana tokens, making mana tokens scarcer and more valuable over time. Due to land's relationship with mana, the existence of this token is also limited, and its creation is in response to the smart contracts involved in mana's internal exchange for land. In addition to this, when you hold two land tokens together, two adjacent parcels, then you hold an estate token. And this type of token is important because both mana, land, and estate tokens can be used in the governance of Decentraland. So in conclusion, the Decentraland project is the clearest demonstration that the world of blockchain technology has evolved a lot in recent years, an evolution that has brought this technology to the world of games and virtual worlds. Decentraland has quickly become a very flashy game, and in fact, many are already trying to replicate its success. The idea of blockchain-powered metaverses is basically just being born. And in spite of this, already giants like Engine, who's creator of Minecraft, has swooped in with everything to make the future of the industry and to make more of these virtual worlds. So the future of Decentraland as a game and mana as a token or currency is promising. In fact, the community has greatly enhanced the gaming experience and the earnings for people participating in the game. On the other hand, the security level of its smart contracts gives us the assurance that we are facing a well-thought-out project. So I hope that this episode has given you an overview as to what Decentraland is and even the mana token. Definitely like and subscribe to the podcast, show your support, click the little bell notification, and chime in here tomorrow for another special episode. Until then, make it a great day.
Thanks for tuning in to New to Crypto Podcast. If you liked the episode, be sure to follow and subscribe. You can listen to every episode on all major platforms. Have an interest in being on the show or want advertising? Reach out at newtocrypto.io. Head over to our site, newtocrypto.io, to access the resources mentioned in each episode. Until next time, remember to navigate the crypto landscape with pinpoint accuracy.